Back in the mid-2010s, the fitness world on YouTube and Instagram was in its golden era. No fancy production, no over-edited TikToks, just raw gym footage, motivational music, and transformations that made millions of people want to hit the weights. The fitness influencers that thrived in this era were icons of the entire generation. They defined what it meant to be aesthetic, blending fitness, lifestyle, and personality into something completely new. So in this video, we're taking a look back at those original fitness legends, the ones who inspired a global wave of gym culture and seeing where they are now. Connor Murphy. Connor Murphy was one of the defining faces of YouTube fitness in 2016, known for his shredded physique, charisma, and prank-style videos that went viral. From the infamous take t-shirt off prank to the nerd to aesthetics transformation on Omegle, Connor captivated millions with content that mixed humor with fitness inspiration.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. I used to follow Connor as well. I used to watch actually his content. It was nice at that time, you know. It was like popping. It was actually everywhere.
At the height of his popularity, he seemed to have it all: the looks, the body, and the attention of a massive fan base. However, around 2020, Connor's content took a sudden and unsettling turn. Videos shifted from pranks and fitness challenges to bizarre and provocative titles like "Apology for Sleeping with Another Man's Wife" and "Bigger, Stronger, Longer," leaving fans confused and concerned. While some assumed that he was just trolling or experimenting with some edgy content, the change appeared deeper and more personal. In his May 9th, 2020 video titled "Failing to Enlighten My Parents," Connor abandoned humor entirely, sharing a raw conversation with his family about religion, ego, personal happiness, and conflicts with his relationships. This abrupt shift sparked speculation online. Was Connor acting for dramatic effect, or was he experimenting with a genuine mental health crisis?
Yeah, he did fall off. I mean, I always wondered. I was like, bro, what's the deal with him? Because like after like the pandemic, the type of videos he was dropping, it was really bizarre. Like the titles were like exactly like how he's saying it. Like they're really odd, right? I thought it was like maybe the algorithm change. Maybe he was trying to, you know, do a new thing, trying to be creative. I mean, hey, not everybody's creative, right? You gotta try, right? So I thought maybe that's what he was doing. But no, man, the whole thing was crazy. Like, what kind of titles were these? Like, the type of videos he was making was like troublesome, like worrying.
His erratic posts, conflicting reassurances, and mysterious disappearances further fueled the mystery, leading some to believe that he had reached a breaking point. Months later, Connor returned to social media, seemingly calm and back to fitness content, leaving fans questioning whether his breakdown had been just a performance, real struggle, or a mixture of both. But all we know is that Connor Murphy's rise, unraveling, and quiet comeback remain one of YouTube fitness's most enigmatic stories. As of today, it has been around 2 years since he posted on his main and vlog channel, but he occasionally is active on Instagram. Johnskywalker. Johnskywalker rose to prominence between 2015 and 2017 as a fitness model and Instagram star, amassing over 700,000 followers. Known for his aesthetic physique, lifestyle content, and engaging presence in the aesthetic bodybuilding movement popularized by figures like zyzz, John quickly became a recognizable figure in the fitness community. His motivational posts...
Yeah, this is another guy that was actually killing it in the industry, bro. John, bro, he's a goat. Yeah, he used to like be inspirational, bro. I had one of my boy who was like really obsessed with him. Like he used to even buy from his brands and everything, you know, all his merch and everything. He was supporting him. Like he really looked up to the guy.
Humor and physique updates earned him widespread attention, helping him build a personal brand that seemed destined for long-term success. For a time, John appeared unstoppable, with fame, followers, and influence on his side. However, at the height of his career, John suddenly vanished from social media. His YouTube videos were deleted. Humor and physique updates earned him widespread attention, helping him build a personal brand that seemed destined for long-term success. For a time, John appeared unstoppable, with fame, followers, and influence on his side. However, at the height of his career, John suddenly vanished from social media. His YouTube videos were deleted, Instagram posts disappeared, and his fans were left puzzled, asking why someone at the peak of his career would abandon the platforms he had worked so hard to dominate. The mystery deepened when John later posted updates revealing the grim reality behind his disappearance. He was suffering from severe health issues stemming from a combination of extreme lifestyle choices, including the use of party drugs, steroid use, and other heavy use of substances. He had suffered a heart attack, experienced peripheral edema, and had his heart functioning at only about 20% capacity, all at the age of 31.
And that's the thing, guys. That's the one thing I realized also about the fitness industry is like, you know, you dive right down to this rabbit hole, right? Because you want to improve, you want to change yourself. Maybe you're coming from a dark place. Maybe you just don't like how you look. And then a lot of these people, they push it like one extreme. It's not a healthy extreme,
worsening
right? I'm thinking about the unhealthy one, right? Like they start doing crazy stuff, start making questionable choices, right? So in the end, they end up having like these situations like health issues, bro. Like there's no one with more health issues than actually bodybuilders. Like let that sink in. Like people who are obsessed with the gym and they spend their whole life in the gym working out, eating freaking chicken breast, rice, broccoli 24/7. Yo, these guys, bro, end up with the most health issues. And I want you to ask yourself why that is. Like think about it. Like a random unhealthy person who smokes and maybe drinks and parties in the weekend ends up having less health issues than the people that are committed to their fitness journey, right? These bodybuilders. I want you guys to like let that sink in a bit. It's crazy, it's such a big trend too. And then you see like all these big bodybuilders like so and so, you know, died at the age of 32, at the age of 25, and you're like, what the you know? And then their whole life, like they've been healthy, they've been working out 5 days a week.
At the age of 31. During this time, John went live to confirm that his condition was largely caused by recent drug use, with steroid abuse worsening the effects. His situation compounded with. During this time, John went live to confirm that his condition was largely caused by recent drug use, with steroid abuse worsening the effects. His situation, compounded with physical and mental strain, led to police intervention and raised serious concerns about his well-being. John's story is a cautionary tale of how quickly life can shift from peak success to critical health crisis, highlighting the dangers of substance abuse and the importance of self-care. He had also recently posted a video of his physique, which is truly sad to see. A man with a Greek god-like physique in his prime shriveled up due to health reasons. While his future remains uncertain, experience serves as a sobering reminder to take care of your body and mind. Jeffseid. If you were on Instagram or YouTube in the early 2010s, you definitely knew his name. The aesthetic physique, the motivational posts, charisma that made him one of the youngest IFBB pro bodybuilders at just 19 years old. Jeff wasn't just a fitness influencer, he was the face of the aesthetic movement, rising to fame alongside icons like zyzz. His photos, videos, and lifestyle content amassed millions of followers, cementing his place as one of the most recognizable young fitness stars of his generation. But then a few things changed. After dominating men's physique competitions and competing on the Mr. Olympia stage, Jeff decided to bulk aggressively. 30 pounds in 4 months, a 5,500 calorie diet, and the results? Temporary decline in his physique that forced him to step back from the public eye. For a while, fans wondered if the young fitness prodigy disappeared for good. But then he came back. In 2024, Jeff returned to the stage and won the Natural Olympia Men's Physique title. His performance was a reminder that the king of aesthetics hasn't lost his touch. And today, Jeffseid seems to be thriving again. He signed with Young LA, sharing content on social media that blends of training, lifestyle, and personal growth. Jeff's story is a reminder that even the fastest rises can stumble, but with resilience, a comeback is always possible.
Yeah, this guy, I think he also paved the way into the fitness world. He actually was like one of the OGs as well, like back in the days, like coming up. I think at the age of like 18 or whatever, 19, he was already joining to Gymshark. He had a lot of people looking up to him. I remember I bought his book and then I was reading it, and I think he mentioned that he wanted to pursue football and then he got injured, right, in college or whatever. He knew that was the end of the road for him, and then he was depressed or something, and then he found the gym, and then he turned into that, and he made crazy gains, bro. You know, he became so successful in that field, and he started his own clothing brand. Actually, matter of fact, I even bought clothing from him. Matter of fact, bro, his shipments were so late. Like, Yo, Jeff, if you're watching this video, bro, you owe me a refund actually for that 2016 orders, because like, bro, back then I was ordering, bro, my last paycheck on your brand, and your shipment wasn't on time. Matter of fact, I don't even think I got some of my product. But regardless, I respect the hustle, I respect the grind. He did his thing. He definitely paved the way. And I think amongst all these people here, this guy didn't really have a lot of bad health issues. I know he just went overweight. He got overweight, but he never suffered anything like a heart attack, or he never really had major health concern. And I think that's partly due to his also lifestyle choices.
David Laid. If you were active on YouTube in the mid-2010s, his name was hard to miss. The transformation videos, the shredded physique, and the aesthetic appeal. David became the poster child for the aesthetic bodybuilding movement. His journey from a skinny teenager to a muscular icon inspired millions. Diagnosed with scoliosis at 14, he turned to weightlifting to build confidence and strength. Influenced by fitness YouTubers like the Hodge twins and Jeffseid, David began documenting his transformation. His videos, especially the journey from 14 to 17 years old, garnered millions of views, propelling him into the spotlight. By 2019, David had over 800,000 YouTube subscribers and was working with renowned coach Elliot Atwell. However, in 2024, Atwell was sentenced to 20 years in federal prison for serious criminal offenses such as child exploitation. But despite this, David continued to focus on his fitness journey. In 2023, David took a significant role as Gymshark's first creative director of lifting, aiming to reconnect the brand with its weightlifting roots. He also launched and curated the brand's lifting social media accounts, solidifying his position in the fitness industry. Today, David Laid remains a prominent figure in the fitness community. With over 5 million Instagram followers and 2 million subscribers on YouTube, he continues to inspire with his dedication and authenticity. Recently, he has also gotten into doing magic tricks with cards and playing chess. But David Laid's journey is a testament to transformation, both physical and personal. From a teenager seeking confidence to a global fitness influencer, his story continues to inspire. Dylan McKenna. Back in the golden era of YouTube fitness influencers around 2016 to 2018, Dylan McKenna was one of the standout names in the wave of young, aesthetic-focused gym influencers. He built his following through raw, high-energy training videos, motivational edits, and transformation content that inspired a whole generation of teen lifters. A big part of Dylan's rise came through his connection with David Laid. The two were close friends and frequent collaborators. Their joint videos had a perfect mix of lifestyle, friendship, and physique goals that made viewers feel like they were watching a fitness movie. Together, they helped shape what many fans call the OG Gymshark era. That being said, at his peak, Dylan was also a Gymshark athlete who solidified his status as one of the top influencers of that time. But after a few years, he began to step away from the typical influencer lifestyle. He went through phases of heavy bulking, which drew mixed reactions from fans who remembered his lean aesthetic days. In recent years, Dylan's content has become more grounded. He's focused on personal growth, training education, and long-term fitness sustainability rather than chasing views or clout. While he isn't as front and center as he once was, he's still active, training hard, posting occasionally, and living more privately. Dylan McKenna may not dominate the algorithm anymore, but he remains a respected figure from the original wave that started it all. Summer Rae. When you think of early fitness influencers who absolutely broke into mainstream fame, Summer Rae is one of the names that could come to mind. She started out on Instagram and Vine, posting fitness and physique content, but she also mixed in athleticism and personality. Unlike many influencers who built their audience pure off training footage, at that time, Summer leaned into lifestyle, modeling, and creativity, quickly becoming one of the most followed fitness figures in the world by her early 20s. Her fame wasn't just about her looks. She actually came from a bodybuilding family, training seriously at a young age. But once her online presence exploded, she expanded far beyond the gym. Summer joined the Clout House alongside YouTubers like Rice Gum and Alyssa Violet, making her one of the few fitness influencers to fully cross into mainstream internet celebrity culture at that time. After her time there, she built her own brand, Summer Rae Collection, a line of activewear and lifestyle products, and started taking her creative energy into new spaces. Most recently, she's been diving into music and the DJ scene, performing at clubs and festivals under her own name. These days, Summer isn't posting strict fitness content like before. Instead, she's built a full-blown entertainment career, a mix of influencer, entrepreneur, and DJ. While the gym world may not be her main stage anymore, she's still proof that the OG fitness era created stars who went far beyond fitness itself. The mid-2010s fitness era was something special. Time before algorithms, before TikTok trends, when motivation came from cinematic edits, warehouse gyms, and a small group of creators who made lifting feel larger than life. These were the people who inspired millions to pick up the camera, hit the gym, and chase their own version of their physiques. The truth is that era shaped the entire fitness community as we see today. The lifting, the posing, the lifestyle, it all traces back to those original creators who made fitness look cool, personal, and meaningful. So even if these OGs have changed or moved on, their influence lives on through a new generation chasing the same feeling. The drive to transform, grow, and to share it with the world. The 2016 fitness wave didn't just create influencers, it built a culture.
Yeah, back in the 2010s, all the way to like 2015s, even 18s, man, you know, all these guys, they were like pioneer, you know what I'm saying? Like the fitness industry, I think, was still like a baby. To be quite fair, it wasn't a baby. It's been around for a long time, but I think it became what's known as cool, right? Everybody was trying to go to the gym. Everybody was getting inspired because like nobody was really filming in the gym like that. Like if you look pre-2010s, like you got all those OG bodybuilders, those big mass monsters. Those guys never used to film their workouts like that, right? 2010s and upwards is when this young generation, this new generation started like filming their workouts, editing, you know what I mean, doing a little montage, doing little vlogs, and it was really cool, you know what? It was actually inspiring to some point. Like that's how I got into the gym too, because I got inspired that way too. And I remember I was like way underweight and I wanted to build abs, and I would go on YouTube and then I would search like what's the best ab exercise, and I used to actually see that, what was the guy's name? Mike Chang? Was it Mike Chang? Six-pack workout, whatever. I used to do that at home, bro, and that's how I discovered the rest of these guys. At that time, they did what they needed to do, you know, they were actually grinding and actually putting in the work, and they transformed. They did get good results, but throughout the years, they didn't end up in a good place. Not all of them, but most of them. You guys see this, right? And this goes on to show it, like it's definitely has to do with their lifestyle choices. So like, you know, I think they got into the whole rabbit hole for the good reasons, but along the way it's like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because of social media, because of algorithm changing, they gotta still appease the masses. Yeah, I don't know what happened, man. They had like mental breakdown there, you know, and a lot of them also health issues. Like look at it, like just like how I said, how the hell do you have 30-year-old men suffering like heart attack or kidney disease, or you know, they're in the hospital? How do you have a 30-year-old healthy man in the hospital? And this is a guy who's been training, working out 10 years or so. Like, you know what I mean? He's that health junkie, you know what I mean? He's eating clean, he's training hard, right? He cares about his body. But how the hell do you have him at 30 years old in the hospital? I think that's a question that's got to be raised, right? So a lot of them are now making great decisions. It's insane. Like, it's gotten to the point where you got people who haven't touched the gym living longer than the ones who have been going to the gym frequently. Like, let that sink in. You got people living up to like 85, 90 years old, and they've never worked out. Maybe they cycle, they run outside, whatever, they do healthy activities and all, but they don't go to the gym like that, and they don't track their meals like that, right? They can eat whatever they want at whatever time, and they're living longer. And then the guys doing the complete opposite of that. Guys who are tracking calories, guys who are eating all healthy foods, who are staying away from junk food, who are exercising 5-6 days a week. Right? Let that sink in. I'm telling you, like it's weird, right? Like there has to be something. And of course, it's definitely, I know a lot of you are gonna say like, yo, it's the substances they're taking to look like that. The gear, well, obviously, clearly, like what do you think? What do you expect? I think that's what people gotta realize. Like people gotta actually start thinking and being aware, right? Like I think people at that age, and I guess they were young, right? They were like in their teens, pretty much, right? Teenage years. They never really foresaw how their life was going to turn out. They never thought about how am I going to be 10 years from now, 20 years from now? Or, you know, am I going to be walking? Am I going to be in the hospital? Am I going to be having all these health issues? They don't think about that. They just think about that moment, right? And sure enough, you know, they transform their body to look great for that time being. Fast forward 5-10 years later, they look way older than their age, first of all, right? Some of them end up looking like 30 or 40 or 50 while they're in their mid-20s. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't look right. And then they end up in the hospital with all these health issues by the age of like 30, 40. It's too soon, bro. I feel like all these health issues should be coming at you when you're at least 70 or 80. You know what I mean? You're towards the end of your life, then it's normal, you know what I mean? It's to be expected. But when you're like 25, 30s, 40s, and you're getting all these health issues, bro, I think there has to be a discussion, there has to be a conversation. And I think especially for the new age of all these kids coming up and, you know, following all these influences and stuff, they gotta realize like it's not all rainbows and sunshine, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. Yo, let me know what you all thought about it down in the comments, and I'm gonna talk to you guys on the next one. All right, peace.